Welcome to a short presentation about facilitating virtual testing at an industrial level by simulation data management. I will start with a short overview of the implications of virtual certification. Most of the following slides will, however, contain a more detailed description of the virtual testing workflow within an SDM system. Testing and rating authorities are starting to accept simulation results from OEMs and use them for computing rating values for the OEM's product. For example, Euro NCAP already accepts the simulation results for the far side occupant test, and it provides a detailed documentation for that. The main points from this documentation are that Euro NCAP no longer performs the physical tests for the far side occupant certification. The OEM will prepare and run simulations and submit the results for them to Euro NCAP, 2 of them for model validation, 6 of them for the certification. After the Euro NCAP confirms the quality and quantity criteria of the simulation results, the OEM will perform the physical test in-house for the validation and provide the results. Euro NCAP will use those results for the model validation, and if it is successful, it will also provide a rating or certification based on the other 6 virtual testing simulations. This marks a significant shift in the certification methodology. How can a simulation data management system, or shortly SDM, help with the challenges that come with virtual testing? With its core features, an SDM system can ensure effective model handling and a high degree of automation. The main features of the SDM system in this case would be the single point of truth, meaning that the input and output data stored on a central server come from the same place. Collaboration, data synchronization mechanisms, and version control ensure an efficient workflow within a team of engineers. Standardized data structure, centrally imposed project and process data structures ensure a homogeneous visualization. Predictable and robust assessment, consisting of standardized and automated processes for result data extraction, standard model parts hashing, report generation, and other customizable pre- and post-processing scripts. And last but not least, traceability and documentation, provided mainly but not exclusively by the automated version control feature, which allows to track each change. The virtual testing workflow starts with the OEM preparing the 8 mentioned simulations. At the end of this step, the OEM must provide 115 mandatory curves, multiple key values, and 6 mandatory videos for each of the simulations. All 8 results from models with most of the parts unchanged between them, the so-called static model parts. Simulation results that respect multiple quality conditions like energy, mass, and computation time ratio limits. One can derive the general goals of the OEM for the entire virtual testing process. One would be the successful model check and validation, and the next one would be a good or very good rating value. To achieve such goals, an OEM most probably will set the following requirements for the data preparation in the first step. Precise documentation and traceability for problem identification, automated result preparation for time efficiency and accuracy, and automated checks as an efficient feedback loop. If we focus on these requirements and consider the realities of such model preparations, it becomes obvious that this implies an iterative process at the OEM. The simulation engineers will start with the model setup and submit the simulations to the high-performance cluster. After checking the result data and the rating values, the necessary improvements and changes are made to the input model, and the development loop starts again. After several such development loops, the simulation results are ready for official delivery to Euro NCAP. In the further slides, I will use the list with these working steps from the development loop as a small map to give some more guidance. Before the actual work starts, the requirements for the projects and the load cases are defined in the SDM as well. A project is either already defined or it can be defined in the SDM, including the responsibilities of each user or user groups. The planned milestones as well as the requirements as thresholds for measurements are defined at this step as well. As requirements for virtual testing, the following are defined: quantity and quality criteria for the result data, and rating criteria, all of them as specified in the Euro NCAP documentation. The setup in the SDM continues with the FEM input model. The input data is prepared with a modular structure, which is usually standardized on the company level. The modular structure, including parameterization, helps avoid unnecessary data redundancy and to easily track changes. This also allows for the input data to be efficiently shared among users and load cases. The definition of the load cases is attribute instead of matrix based. This approach leads to only a linear increase in the workload for defining the load cases instead of an exponential one. The documentation and traceability aspects are important in general, but even more important in the virtual testing use case. The SDM system automatically keeps track of the changes with its version control system, allowing the users to add meaningful descriptions to their changes. The documentation of the changes can be done with text descriptions, images, documents, or even AI-generated descriptions. Any change can be easily traced at any later time. For large teams or teams spread over different locations, the version control system supports efficient teamwork with minimal necessary interactions like email or chat. The work chain continues with the model assembly and submission to the cluster. In the case of virtual testing for the far-side occupant test, it is crucial to ensure that most of the model parts did not change between the 8 simulations. This is a challenge even without the aspect of malevolent data manipulation. For this use case, so-called static model parts are defined. These are either entire includes or part of includes defined by specific cars that are not allowed to change. Entities that can change are, for example, the crash pulses for the sled acceleration, or the nodes of the dummy and the seat to define different sitting positions. An efficient job submission and observation, including extensive job feedback, supports the simulation engineer at this step, but the setup in SDM also offers additional important advantages in the virtual testing use case. So-called hashes, which are short strings computed for the static model parts, are automatically calculated when the load case is assembled and submitted. These hashes that change in value as soon as there is any change in the underlying static model part are integrated into a virtual testing specific dynamic report within the SDM. After the simulations of the 8 load cases are done, the result data is automatically extracted and stored in the SDM system for evaluation. The available results can be visualized in a web browser. All the available simulation and test results can be accessed here with the usage of search, filter, preset, tagging, and other features. The navigation through the result data is more efficient than in a traditional file system. For evaluating purposes, interactive or dynamic web reports can be defined. The customizable web reports within the SDM system have access to all the data of the multiple selected simulations, as well as to the initially defined threshold values as requirements. Therefore, these reports can dynamically display, check, and compare key values, curves, snapshots, or videos. Such a dynamic web report was defined for the virtual testing use case. Its main goal is to offer a fast and efficient check for the simulation engineer of the Euro NCAP requirements. The first block of such a report displays the checks of the Euro NCAP quality criteria. These include, for example, the limit for the ratio between the hourglass energies of the dummy and the full model, the limit for the total added mass in respect to the total initial mass or the specific dummy displacement values. The second part contains the automatic check for the static model parts. As soon as more than one simulation result is selected, the hashes from the first model are used as a comparison basis. For all the following selected results, the hashes are compared to the base run, which should be a validation one. Red highlighted hashes show model parts that deviate in content from the base run and that must be checked. The third part of the report contains the rating criteria as specified by Euro NCAP. These values are highlighted also with a red background if they do not respect the limits configured for the project, offering an instant outlier detection. The following report part offers a channel navigation and plotting tool. Plotted channels can be used in researching rating values that go over limits. The channel navigation itself is customized for the channels required by Euro NCAP, offering a fast identification of missing channels when that is the case. The last part of the report contains the 6 mandatory videos in case of more than one selected result. The same video for each selected result is shown next to each other and can be synchronously played for a better visual comparison. After the development loop leads to complete and satisfactory results, these are ready for export and upload to the Euro NCAP server. Any or all of the 8 simulations can be selected within the SDM system and with the aid of an ISO MMA export add-on easily exported in the required format. Such an add-on could even be complemented with an automatic upload feature to the Euro NCAP server with the condition that the server offers a corresponding application interface for logging and upload. To summarize, I would like to list again the main challenges of the virtual testing workflow for a productive usage. These would be the high complexity in the CAE world on several levels, like the FEM model itself, the multitude of the load cases, the complexity of the required processes. Additional complexity due to more requirements and use cases, including virtual testing. Multiple tools and applications from multiple vendors. An SDM system, on the other hand, provides functions and features for dealing with these challenges, and therefore offers the following advantages. Efficient integration of the iterative development process, version control, traceability and documentation, automated result data preparation, and checks. One of the remaining challenges for the virtual testing workflow is safeguarding against malevolent data manipulation. A significant part of the problem can be solved on the FEM solver side, but considering the complexity of the processes used by OEMs nowadays, this probably will not be sufficient.